How many times have you promised yourself you'd start today, but ended up saying, I'll do it tomorrow? We've all been there. You set a big goal. You tell yourself, all right, this is it. Today, I'm going to make it happen. But instead of starting, you check your phone, scroll through TikTok, watch a few YouTube videos, and suddenly, 3 hours have vanished. Picture this. It's Sunday night. Tomorrow is the big deadline. The report is due at 9 a.m. sharp. You sit down at your desk, open your laptop, and somehow your fingers type Netflix instead of Google Docs. You think, just one episode to relax my brain, then I'll work. One episode turns into 3. Before you know it, it's 2 a.m. Your eyes are burning, your heart is racing, and that report? Still a blank page. You're not alone. Studies show that 95% of adults admit to procrastinating, and over 20% do it so often it becomes a major obstacle in their lives. But here's the twist. Procrastination isn't just about being lazy. It's not that you don't care or that you lack discipline. In fact, procrastination is a complex psychological process. Your brain is literally wired to avoid certain types of work. And if you don't understand that wiring, you'll keep falling into the same trap. Think about the last time you missed an opportunity because you didn't act in time. Maybe it was a job application you left too late. Maybe it was a chance to start a side hustle you've been dreaming about for years. Or maybe it was telling someone how you really felt before they walked out of your life. Those moments don't come back. And deep down, you know it. That's why today, we're going to dig deep. We'll break down what procrastination really is. What's happening inside your brain when you avoid the things you know you should be doing. We'll explore why some tasks feel impossible to start, even when they could change your life. And most importantly, we'll go through proven strategies to break free from the cycle and start taking action immediately. Because here's the truth. Time doesn't care about your excuses. Every day you put something off is a day you'll never get back. And the longer you let procrastination run the show, the more it steals your dreams right out from under you. Imagine a giant hourglass. The sand is running through it right now. Every grain is a second of your life, slipping away whether you're ready or not. You can't flip it over. You can't buy more sand. All you can do is decide, right now, what you're going to do with the time you have left. So, if you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're holding you hostage, you'll understand it. You'll see it for what it is, and you'll have the tools to beat it, starting today. Let me tell you a story. And if you've ever struggled with procrastination, you're going to see yourself in this one. It's Monday morning. The sun is out. You've got your coffee. You tell yourself, today is the day. I'm getting everything done. You sit down at your desk. Your to-do list is right there in front of you. At the very top, finish project report, due tomorrow. You open your laptop, and then, for no reason at all, you click over to YouTube. You think, I'll just watch one quick video while I sip my coffee. 5 videos later, you're laughing at a compilation of dogs wearing sunglasses, and you can't even remember how you got there. It's now 11:45 a.m. Your coffee is cold. The to-do list is still untouched, and you feel that familiar knot in your stomach, the guilt. You tell yourself, okay, after lunch, I'll really focus after lunch. After lunch, you sit back down. But then your phone buzzes. It's a notification. A friend tagged you in a post. You check it. Then you scroll just for a minute. 30 minutes vanish. You switch to your email. You answer a few easy ones because it feels productive. But the big project, still untouched. Now it's 7:30 p.m. The deadline is tomorrow morning. Your brain is screaming, "Why did you waste all day?" Your chest feels heavy. You try to work, but the stress makes it hard to think clearly. You stay up until 2 a.m., racing to finish something you could have done in half the time, if you'd just started earlier. You turn it in the next morning, exhausted and frustrated, and you promise yourself, never again. But deep down, you know, you've made that promise before. If you know one to never ferment your coffee, it's almost like your life is split into two versions of you. Future you, the ideal version, full of plans, goals, and good intentions. Present you, the one who gets distracted, avoids hard things, and makes excuses. And somehow, present you keeps winning. Here's what's crazy. It's not because you're lazy or stupid. It's because your brain is wired to choose comfort over challenge. When you're faced with a difficult, unclear, or boring task, your brain says, "Hey, let's avoid that pain and do something fun instead." That's why checking social media feels easier than starting the project. It's why organizing your desk suddenly feels urgent when you have an important email to write. And it's why, even when you know you're sabotaging yourself, you keep doing it anyway. You're not broken. This is a human thing. Almost everyone does it. But not everyone knows how to break the cycle. And that's where this video is different. And when you do, present you and future you will finally be on the same team. So picture this. You, sitting at your desk. The task in front of you. No guilt, no resistance, just starting. And once you start, the work flows. That's the future we're aiming for. Let's clear something up. Procrastination is not just being lazy. In fact, scientists have found that procrastination is deeply connected to how your brain processes emotions, rewards, and threats. It's a battle between two parts of your brain. The limbic system, the emotional, instinct-driven part that seeks pleasure and avoids discomfort. The prefrontal cortex, the rational planning part that sets goals and makes long-term decisions. When these two clash, the limbic system often wins. Here's how it works. When you think about starting a difficult or unpleasant task, the limbic system detects stress or discomfort. It sends a signal, avoid this. Your prefrontal cortex, meanwhile, is trying to remind you of the deadline and the benefits of finishing. But because the limbic system is older and more primal, its signals are stronger. So you end up reaching for your phone or finding something easier to do, anything to escape the discomfort. This ties into what psychologists call present bias, the tendency to prioritize immediate comfort over future rewards. Your brain is wired to think, watching this funny video feels good now. Finishing that project will feel good later. And since later doesn't feel urgent, the brain chooses now. Here's another factor: dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Social media, video games, binge watching. They all flood your brain with quick dopamine hits. Starting a challenging project. That's a slow dopamine drip. So naturally, your brain says, "Why work for a small reward later when I can get a big hit of dopamine right now?" But it's not just about pleasure. It's also about avoiding pain. Tasks that feel overwhelming, confusing, or boring trigger a stress response. Your brain associates them with discomfort, and avoiding them brings immediate relief. That relief reinforces the habit. Every time you procrastinate and feel that temporary comfort, you're training your brain to do it again next time. Here's the kicker. Once you've procrastinated, you feel guilty. That guilt adds more negative emotion to the task. Now, it's even harder to start because the task isn't just boring or difficult. It's wrapped in feelings of failure, and so the cycle repeats. And get this, procrastination is often linked to perfectionism. If you believe your work has to be flawless, starting feels riskier, because what if you fail? So you delay, thinking you'll start when you're ready, but that moment rarely comes. Dopamine, emotional avoidance, perfectionism. You can start to outsmart them. Procrastination isn't a moral weakness. It's a brain habit. And habits can be changed. In the next section, we're going to move from understanding why you procrastinate to how you can beat it. Not by forcing yourself to just try harder, but by working with your brain's wiring instead of against it. Because once you master that, procrastination doesn't stand a chance. All right, now you understand why you procrastinate. But understanding alone doesn't change your life. What will change your life is taking consistent action. And here's the key. We're not going to fight your brain. We're going to hack it. Because if procrastination is a habit built by your brain, then we can rewire that habit step by step. Strategy 1. The 2-minute rule. If starting is the hardest part, make starting so small it's impossible to fail. Tell yourself, I'll just do 2 minutes. 2 minutes of opening the document. 2 minutes of outlining the first idea. 2 minutes of washing one dish. Most of the time, once you start, momentum kicks in and you keep going. You're tricking your brain into bypassing the fear barrier. Pro tip: don't commit to finishing. Just commit to starting. Strategy 2. Break the overwhelm loop. Many people procrastinate because the task feels too big. When your brain sees "write 20-page report," it panics. So shrink the task into micro steps. Step 1. Open a new document. Step 2. Write the title. Step 3. Jot down 3 bullet points. Suddenly, it's not climb the whole mountain. It's take the next step. Strategy 3. Time blocking and environment design. If your phone is on the desk, you will check it. If YouTube is 1 click away, you will click it. So set up your environment for focus. Put your phone in another room. Block distracting websites for 1 to 2 hours using tools like Freedom or Cold Turkey. Keep only what you need for the task on your desk. Then, schedule focus blocks, specific time slots just for deep work. Treat them like appointments you can't miss. Strategy 4. Harness the 5-second window. Psychologist Mel Robbins talks about the 5-second rule. When you feel the urge to delay, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. The countdown interrupts the habit loop and pushes you to act before your brain talks you out of it. Strategy 5. Reward your future self. Remember present bias? Your brain craves instant rewards. So give it one for doing the right thing. Example: work for 25 minutes. Reward yourself with 5 minutes of something fun. Finish the boring task. Treat yourself to your favorite coffee. You're training your brain to associate work with pleasure, not just pain. Strategy 6. Is it uncertainty? He said it in boredom. In main work some treat, you can address it directly. For example, if it's fear, do now. Remind yourself it's okay to fail and learn. In men, if it's boredom, to gamify the task. Once of the taskly, it seems to be on boredom. Break it down into the smallest possible steps. Finally, a one from Strategy 9. The tomorrow starts tonight method. Winning each day by choosing your first task for tomorrow. Lay out the materials. Open the right tabs. Set up the workspace. That way, you eliminate the morning decision-making that can lead to delay. Strategy 10. Forgive yourself and restart. Once of the coached were win-yous. How contract you will procrastinate sometimes. That's normal. The danger is falling into guilt and giving up. Studies show that forgiving yourself for past procrastination makes you more likely to take action next time. So instead of beating yourself up, just say, okay, that happened. Now what's the next step I can take right now? Fear is going. If its life is promise, you are found in Batty, your gardens. Skill giving up, even when you don't feel like it. Remember, start small. Reward progress. The mex mean you have failed. The sooner you act, the sooner you break the cycle. Fears reflected. You can't see that. In the last section, we'll talk about how to make these changes stick for life, so you don't just have a burst of motivation today, the new process and each time we start the board, but a permanent shift in how you handle your time and your goals. Here's the truth. A burst of motivation can change your day, but habits will change your life. If you want to stop procrastinating for good, you can't just rely on hype or inspiration. You need systems, automatic patterns that make the right choice the easy choice. This is how we take what you've learned today and make it stick. 1. Build an identity, not just a goal. Most people say, I want to stop procrastinating. But goals are temporary. Identity is permanent. Instead of thinking, I want to be productive, think, I'm the kind of person who gets things done. When you identify as a doer, every action is a vote for that identity. Even tiny steps reinforce it. 2. Stack new habits onto existing ones. This is called habit stacking. If you already have a habit, like making coffee in the morning, attach a new one to it. Example: after I make my coffee, I open my laptop and write for 10 minutes. After I brush my teeth, I review my to-do list. Linking habits makes them easier to remember and harder to skip. 3. Track your progress visually. Humans love to see progress. Use a wall calendar, a habit tracker app, or even a simple notebook. Every day you take action, mark it. Don't break the chain. When you see 15 check marks in a row, you'll think twice before skipping. 4. Make the path of least resistance the right one. If your workspace is full of distractions, you're making procrastination the easy choice. So flip it. Keep your work tools ready to go. Hide or remove distractions from your environment. Automate repetitive tasks where possible. The fewer decisions you have to make, the more energy you save for real work. 5. Review and adjust weekly. Once a week, take 10 to 15 minutes to review. What worked this week? Where did I get stuck? How can I adjust for next week? This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about tuning the system, like adjusting an instrument. 6. Use emotional anchors. Sometimes you need a deep emotional reason to keep going. Ask yourself, why does this matter to me? What's at stake if I don't change? Write it down. Look at it often. Emotion fuels discipline when motivation fades. 7. Surround yourself with doers. You become like the people you spend time with. If your friends constantly delay and complain, guess what? You'll copy them. Instead, spend time with people who take action. Join communities or groups where showing up and doing the work is normal. 8. Celebrate the small wins. Big changes are built from small wins. Don't wait until you've completely beaten procrastination to celebrate. Every time you choose now, you've already won. So here's my challenge for you. Think of the thing you've been putting off. Yes, that one. As soon as this video ends, take the first step, even if it's just 2 minutes, because action is the only cure for procrastination. In the final part, we'll wrap everything up, so you leave not just inspired, but ready to act today. At the very start, I asked you, how many times have you promised yourself you'd start, and then pushed it to tomorrow? We've peeled back the layers, seen the psychology, the science, and the strategies, and here's the biggest takeaway. Procrastination isn't about willpower. It's about systems, habits, and understanding your own brain. Remember, it's not laziness. It's your brain's emotional and reward systems at play. You can hack it. Small, consistent actions beat big bursts of effort. Your identity matters. Be the person who takes action, not just someone who talks about it. Itself, here's the thing. Time is the one resource you can't get back. Every day you delay is a day you don't live to your full potential. 5 years from now, you'll either say, I'm glad I started, or I wish I had started. Which story will you tell? Itself, right now. Yes, right now. Choose one thing you've been putting off. Open that file. Make that call. Write that first sentence. Don't think about finishing it. Just start. Because once you start, momentum does the rest. Itself, right now. Imagine the version of you who stops procrastinating. You hit your deadlines without panic. You feel in control of your time. You're proud of the way you show up every day. That version of you? They're just one decision away. Itself, when we do this, it's not expected right now. Takes it. What's in the big space? Myself and two. Relieves the time and compattering you take. If this video sparked something in you, here's what I want you to do. Like this video so more people can break free from procrastination. Subscribe, because I'm dropping more content on mindset, habits, and peak performance every week. And in the comments, type the one thing you're committing to start today, so we can hold you accountable. Watching. Itself. My Capel, remember, procrastination steals your time. Action takes it back, so take it back today.